you shoot those coins that you want us to go through, right? Then we'll go through them, right? I'll take 2 coins, right? I take 2 coins per session, so I'll take 2 coins for today and see what is the picture or long-term or short-term of that current coin, right? We've got Casper. Okay, let us see Casper. Right. Crypto. Okay. Let me take the first option. Okay, this is Casper, guys. This is Casper. So what we'll do is we'll go into higher time frames, right? We'll go to the daily time frame and want to see what's the direction of Casper, right? So first, let me delete all drawings here. Looks like I have drawings, so let me remove them. Then we go into the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame, we want to see the long-term bias of this coin, right? What is the long-term bias of this coin, right? What is the long-term direction of this coin, Casper? Okay, so that's what we're looking for right now. So what you can see is that okay, long-term we are trending down. Long-term we're in a downtrend, right? We had this pullback around here, but we're still we are still turning down, right? But if you can look this closely, right, we have we have this zone area here, okay? So we have this zone area here, right? And we were expecting this coin to at least set this reject around this area, because this is our demand zone where the a drop base and a strong rallying price, right? So this makes it our demand zone, isn't it? So this is our demand zone. This is where we want to see this coin coming to these levels, then showing us rejections. We take our buys, right? We want to take our buy entries around this area. So long term, right? We're looking for buys long term, because we've been trending down for a while, right? We've been trending down for a while, right? We can see that we broke this zone area around this area, but now we have we created this new low, which we are now we are respecting this low. Okay, so that's what we're looking for currently. We want to see rejections around this area. We take our buys, right? And also we have this consolidation around this area, right? We have this consolidation around this area. So when you take our buys, right? When you take our buys here, we want to see how this coin is react around this consolidation, right? Around this area, right? So if you break this area, then guys, that means we're going up. We'll set this target is our take profit for long term, isn't it? For long term, we're targeting
I'll put some in some rooms. I'll put some in some rooms, just like 2 rooms.
Please, mute your mic. Right? Mute everyone. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is what we're looking for, right? We want to see this coin taking around this area. Then we have our target as it's just swing high with our target profit. Then long term, we want to see this coin touching those areas, right? So these are our targets, okay? So long term, we are looking for those buys around this area. So we want to see that bullish pressure to the upside, then check our buy entries. Firstly, we will target this consolidation, because we want to see how it's going to react around this area. So if you break this area, then we're going up, right? And target this one or hold until we see further rejections, okay? So that's what we're looking for currently on Casper, right? Right, let's see on the hour time frame. So now this is the midterm bias, right? This is the midterm bias of Casper, right? The midterm bias of Casper. So long term, it's the same approach, right? The same approach. We're looking for the same key levels, right? Then here, right now, what you can do is you can try to implement market structure, right? To implement market structure into this, right? We have these lower lows here, right? We have these lower lows here. So I'll mark these lower lows, okay? I'll mark these lower lows, right? We'll change color, make it red, right? So what I'll do is I'll mark these lower lows, okay? I'll mark these lower lows, and I want to see this coin coming back to these lower lows, breaking and holding above, right? So I'm looking for this coin to break and hold above, and I take my buy. That will take me up to this area, right? Or if it rejects around this area, right? If it comes back here and reject, I'm taking short entries, okay? So I'm taking what? I'm taking short entries. So that is what we're looking for basically, right? We're looking for something like this on the 4-hour time frame. We want to see how this coin reacts to what that structure, okay? To what this structure. Then we take our entries based on that. But yes, you can even take your buy here at the current candlestick, because looking at the psychology behind this, right? Where the strong price, and now we are rejecting around this area. So what you can do is you can even take your entry around this area. But let us see if you can confirm a good entry on the short-term buyers of Casper. So you've got the long-term and the mid-term. Now I want to see the short-term buyers of Casper on the 1-hour time frame. So let me go to the 1-hour time frame. So now, boom, here we are on the 1-hour time frame, okay? So we're on the 1-hour time frames. Now you can see clearly this lower lows, right? You can see clearly how this coin has been respecting this level, okay? How it has been respecting these levels. So here, can I take my buy, right? As for me, it doesn't confirm my trading style, all right? My trading style. But those who are risk takers, right? They can take their buys, because we have this lower low here, right? So you want to see how this coin respect this lower low or responds to what is lower low. Then you can take your entries within this area. Then you wait for the breakout here. You keep holding, right? So that's what we are looking for basically on this coin, right? You can write your trend line traders, okay? So that I can cover all of you, okay? Even the trend line traders. So if you are a trend line trader, you want to see this coin breaking your key level and your trend line as well. So if you break the key level and trend line, it gives you high confluence, right? It gives you a lot of confluence that okay, this coin is it should go up, right? We broke my trend line and we broke my key level. But if you fail to break your trend line and your key level, that would mean what? That would mean that it's just a pullback. Then it will continue going down, right? So you are looking for those two possibilities that we might break the key level, or we might reject and keep going down, okay? So that's what we are looking for on Casper, all right? So any questions on Casper? You can unmute yourself and ask any question.
No, I'm fine, Patrick, thanks.
Okay, that's great. So let me go into another coin. Let me go into another coin. Is it? Okay. Right. This is Naya, right? So let us see the long-term buyers of this coin, right? Let's see the long-term buyers of this coin, what to expect on this coin and what not to expect, right? Let's see. Let's delete all drawings. Okay. So looking at this, basically this coin is it is in an uptrend, right? Long term, we are in an uptrend, okay? We've been turning down, but now we fail to break those higher highs around that area. Then we are trending below, but we are still in an uptrend until we break this level, right? We are still in an uptrend until we break this level. Because if you break this level, that will mean That would mean that we can start looking for something like this, like a break and retest. Then we take our short entries. Okay. So, but right now, currently, we are just in an uptrend. Like we are just trending up. Right. It is a pullback. Right now, we want to see how this coin responds to our key levels around this area. Right. So which key level can you find here? We have this supply zone around this area, right? It is the drop-based block. So you can see how we respected that area, right? You can see how we respected that area previously. So now I want to see how this coin respects this area again. If we respect it, I take my short entry, right? If we come back to this area, I take my short entry, and this is my target. So now currently, what are you doing right now? So as for me, I won't do anything, right? I won't do anything, but those who are risk takers into that, right? They can take their buys here and believe that, hey, I will hold maybe for so-called days, right? Until I reach my supply zone, then I take my profit, right? So adjust this, right? Adjust this as well, right? It is okay. So this is what you can be looking for basically, right? Those who are the takers. But as for me, guys, I won't take my risk, right? I won't take a risk in this kind of a trade, because I want to see this coin breaking this zone area. Then if I break that zone area, I know that we can start shooting up again to break these highs, right? Then when we break these highs, we can create something like a false breakout, right? So we can look for something like this, right? Maybe we break, we retest, then we go up, create a false break, right? Then we come back down to this area, right? So that's what I can look for long term on this coin. But also, right, since we've been trending up for a while, with this coin you can also just go down from here. Let's go down and break those key levels and continue going down. So that's what I'm looking for currently on this coin, right? I want to see what is happening around those areas. So right now I'm just waiting. I'm holding my hands. I'm not doing anything long term. Okay. So let's see the short-term bias of this coin. Right. Okay. Let me. Okay. So it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing, right? We want to see how this coin reacts toward those areas. You can see that we've created a new support, right? We've created a new support around this area. But I'm not interested in it, okay? I'm not interested in it. I want to see how this coin respect those levels, and I take my short entries or I take my buy entries based on that, okay? So even midterm, right? I'm looking for the same thing. Midterm, okay? So because I know that this is what this being, even this one is a supply zone. You can see this strong dolphin price, right? Some will call it they call it an order block. Right, it is this strong dolphin price, right? It is a supply zone, right? An unusual dolphin price. So mostly this coin it should come and detect around those areas. But also, guys, we know that the market is difficult to predict. So even if we don't come back to those areas and detect them, so I want to see how respond. Even if we break, I want to see how it responds. Then I take my entry based on that. Okay. So on the 4-hour time frame. On here is the same thing. It's the same thing. Right. Let me go into the 1 hour and see what is happening there. Right. Okay. So on the 1 hour, you can see that I have this low. Okay. I have this low. Right. So according to market structure, right? Mostly if you break a low and respect the low, we take our short entries, right? So right now, right, I can say that okay, I'm looking for a short, but those who are fortunate enough to be early in this market, they would have taken their short entry around this area. Let's see how much they would have made. That's close to 29% and stuff, right? So using 10x, so it's not bad, right? So right now, what I want to see is how this coin respond or react around this area. Then I take my entries based on that. So if you break and hold above, I take my long entry, and my target is what? My target is this level around this area. But if you fail to break and still rejecting, I take my what? I take my short entry, right? So this is what I'm looking for on this coin, which is near, right? Okay. So any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So if you go down now, right? If you go down now, you have what? We have this imbalance, right? Imbalance candlestick, right? So what I can do is I can target that area, right? This is my target profit, right? You can target this lower low here, but to be safe, I can just target this area, right? Okay. I want to see if this coin can come back to this area, then I take my profit. But those who the aggressive ones, right? You can take this one as your target, or even the lower low as your target, right? If you break this level and hold above, you take this area as our target profit. Okay, so that's what we're looking for on this coin near, right? So any other questions? You can unmute yourself. Otherwise, I'm done for today. I see you wanted us to do GMT, to do BTR, is it BTRST, right? So we'll do them tomorrow. That means tomorrow I'm doing what? I'm doing GMT and BTRST. Okay. So any questions based on these coins that I've done today, just unmute yourself and ask. Is it all clear? Or
it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Those in the challenge, guys, we will still continue, right? I'll send the analysis, right? I'll send the analysis, those and the signals. So don't worry, guys. We are still on set. If you happen not to be in the challenge and you want to join us, guys, it's still time. We're still available, right? You can still hook me up and I get you in, right? So thanks so much, guys. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your Monday. Have a profitable week and a precious week as well. So thanks so much, guys. Enjoy.
Bye.